Homelander and the Joker are two of the most mentally twisted psychopaths ever put on screen. Homelander is a terrifying mix of overwhelming power, childhood trauma, and a god complex wrapped in a desperate need for love and validation. The Joker is even more unhinged, a man who doesn't crave approval, doesn't seek order, and is completely at peace with chaos and meaninglessness. But here's the real question. What if Homelander had been raised by the Joker? In canon, Homelander's psychological damage comes from institutional abandonment, growing up in Vought's cold, sterile laboratories without love, without family, and under constant control. That upbringing left him desperately craving validation, hiding his deep insecurity behind narcissism and absolute authority. The Joker is the complete psychological opposite. He has no need for approval, no interest in control for its own sake, and no belief that life has any inherent meaning at all. Chaos isn't a tool for him, it's the natural state of the world. So what happens when a child with the powers of a god is shaped not by emotional neglect, but by the clown prince of crime himself? How Joker would parent, or not. The Joker wouldn't raise Homelander in any conventional sense. He'd expose him to chaos deliberately, not out of cruelty, but as philosophy. He'd probably tell a young Homelander something like, "You can melt faces, kid. Why do you care if they cheer?" That one question rewires everything. Joker strips away Homelander's need for crowd approval before it calcifies. You get a Superman-tier being with absolutely zero interest in performance or control. He doesn't want to be loved. He doesn't want a throne. He just does whatever he finds interesting that day. This is the scariest possible Homelander. No leverage, no ego to exploit. Joker would find Homelander genuinely delightful as a philosophical object. A man who cannot be threatened, cannot be hurt, cannot be stopped, and still chooses to wear a flag and take orders from a corporation? He'd spend years poking at that contradiction, finding it hilarious. In a way, Joker is the one person who might actually understand what Homelander is before Homelander does. Bottom line, Homelander is a wounded child who became a fascist because no one ever loved him. Joker Raised Homelander skips the wound and becomes something colder, freer, and far more dangerous precisely because he was loved by someone who taught him that caring about others' opinions is the real superpower you have to destroy in yourself. Please share your thoughts on this hypothetical scenario. What if Homelander had been raised by the Joker instead of Vought? Would the result be even worse than the Homelander we already know?